Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
M15 PCA.
Native 454.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter at C15 Podcast. So, more and more stuff comes out about it. We learned about section 31 is going to be, it's confirmed, which is kind of cool. Check out that video. It was real in a stupid way. But now everyone's like, oh, we need lesbians. Guys, what's it as the everything has to be sex?
I don't understand.
I just want cool sci-fi stories, and if someone happens to be gay, I don't care.
Yeah,
but it's like...
Gene Roddenberry's universe is already inclusive in the Federation, so why does it matter? Why do we even
Because we had Stamets and his husband, the doctor guy. Now,
sweet.
It was a nice relationship.
Yeah.
Still doesn't make sense how he was talking to him in the mirror universe. That besides, it was a natural relationship, and you can honestly tell that they cared and loved about each other. They loved each other. They were a loving relationship. They would bounce back and forth because the doctor was more like the nurturing type, and Stamets was kind of like anything for my work.
But
they worked together though.
And also, it's interesting when he did die, Stamets became a better person because of it. He did.
Yes. Because he's the frailty of life. And he started to realize, well, maybe being a jerk and an a-hole all the time isn't the best way to be.
Or being caught up in my work isn't worth it.
So this is an article from comicbook.com, and they're talking to some of the showrunners, Harbits. In terms of your question about same-sex couples on the female side, you may very well be already watching one, you just don't know it. Who are the only two females in the show that we've seen, really?
Michael Burnham and Tilly.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, no.
Even though we have shown Tilly has been attracted to men, and Michael Burnham was in love with Taylor before he went all crazy and everything.
Oh,
so at the least, in case they're not lesbians, they're bisexual.
Well, unless they're talking about that one lady, the one that joined Section 30.
Yeah, but she's a nasty pants, but there's no way the bad guy be a lesbian.
Man, they might.
No, it has to be the good guys and the smart ones and the
They show that you could be like that too. Okay, we get it.
So
he could be a bad guy.
you literally had asked that question. You could talk to the showrunners about anything. I need to know about homosexuality. Why do you care? Never once did I ever think about the sexuality of any of the characters being like, if I had the ability while they were making Deep Space Nine, well, what about the Cisco's sexuality? Why do you care?
Yeah.
Why is that so important?
What I would have cared about what's happening in the Dominion War, what's going on with this character in the Dominion War. And then if it's Discovery, like, okay, what Enterprise is it? Is it a Pike ship? Is it Kirk ship? That's the questions I would ask. Not this. This is stupid.
Or maybe they'll finally do it. They'll make Kirk with the...
Oh, there you go.
But
that's it.
He continues on, and I kind of like his answer, but it's almost like a thing like you have to qualify yourself as a gay man. As a human being, it doesn't matter if you're gay or not, but this is his quote. As a gay man, what's very important to me about portraying gay characters is that they're always lead with their competence and their characters first and not with their sexuality. And that is true for everybody on our bridge. All of our characters who are so different, they lead with their professionalism and their strong character first. But you may already have a window into a relationship, you just don't know it. It has to be Tilly and Michael. It has to be.
You move the first sentence and the last one. That's a perfectly fine statement.
Yeah, they need to lead by character, and the sexuality comes second, because who you find sexually attractive and who do you find that's
a small part of your life.
So it's a small part of your life, especially on the bridge of a military vessel.
Yeah.
And people do the Federation. You're part of the military. Regardless if your function is research and development, you're still on a military vessel.
And the way they've been running this series, I would gather Discovery is more military than exploration. I mean,
and of course, and then we had it's not only because they had the gay couple in the original in the season 1, which was perfectly fine. Then on the other end, now it has to be lesbians too. I mean, why don't the whole damn shit be gay? Yeah. And then they still wouldn't be happy. What about the Beta Quadrant? What about their sexuality? Why do they care so much about it?
What about the Borg sexuality in Beta Quadrant? How stupid is this?
What about the Klingons?
We need some Klingon homosexuality. Come on.
So ridiculous.
But I do like his answer, but it just has little stupid parts in it.
Yeah, if you take, like I said, where the first sentence and the last sentence has a perfectly signed statement.
And you guys are right.
As a story creator, what's very important to me is portraying gay characters in a way, don't say, as a gay man. I think a straight man would want the characters to be portrayed.
Why does that matter if you're gay or straight?
Well, yeah, and it would make sense to make the story make sense. Like, you don't want, let's say, if
you don't have to put any qualifier there.
Yeah.
You don't need labels.
Yeah.
You are a director, producer, writer, whatever you are. You're a human being, and it doesn't matter who. That doesn't. Yeah. I don't introduce myself as a straight man. You don't need to do that.
A straight part Hispanic guy. No, I wouldn't have to do that. That's stupid. It just know what I would also ask what's going to happen to Sue's character, because that's really interesting. Because I like how he had grown from the first season. No, can't ask about that. This has got to be our headline.
We got to ask about this superficial stuff.
That makes
Doesn't matter.
And this whole list goes on and on about all the different possible women that could have been lesbians. My goodness,
my.
people. Who wrote this freaking article? Comicbook.com, Jamie Lovett. You're kind of a dummy. If you're not a real fan of Trek. If this is literally going to write an article about who can be hooking up with two. That's that stupid shipping crap that's come into favor with fandoms and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, let's hook up characters together. I never watched Next Generation or Deep Space Nine or anything, and I never thought, who could hook up with who?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, that'd be like us talking about, like, the disposal, and this is a real life situation, but with McFarlane maybe having a relationship with, like, Lieutenant Gunn. Who cares? It doesn't have to do with the story. Who cares? Even if it was in the story now, but I'm saying that's in real life, but that's what they obsess about. Oh, who's doing this and who's with this?
Exactly.
And nobody cares. We just want to have a good story.
And also, Star Trek has had stories like this. I remember one with that one lady. I'm forgetting her name now. People are probably gonna get mad at me. But the one that can go to different lifespans. She re-met her partner, but wasn't.
You're talking about Dax.
Dax, there.
Tenzia.
Yeah. And they both met again, and they were in different bodies. But I think they were both female.
Yeah.
And then they were. And what about Star Trek is that yes, on the superficial, you saw there were two women, right? But then on the other side, it was like, oh man, we separated.
They've been men and women.
Yeah,
doing
man,
multiple lifetimes.
yeah, Dax was the man because she ended up dying in a shuttle accident.
Exactly. There we go. And
But she still had those feelings.
Yeah,
Exactly.
See, that's what drove the story. See, that even didn't bother me.
I don't care.
And that was a good story because it was like showing that, it wasn't about the physical. It was more about their emotions.
Yeah, it's stupid. It just trying to cash in and see. Look, actually, they got their stamp of approval. And again, like we said before, in the other thing with what we were talking about earlier story, what was it when they were talking about? We got this second unit director and all that. It's just to get the people that never watch your property say, "Oh, good for you," and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all it is again.
When they're at the next cocktail party, they'll talk about it and they're like, "Oh, did you go watch it?" Oh, I don't watch those silly things. They just like the idea of it, but they'll never throw a
They like the
dollar
thought, "Oh, good for them," and then go on and talk about other garbage.
Me and you were talking about this earlier before the podcast. Name a single character on the bridge that's not Suru, that's not Michael Burnham, and that's not Tilly. The black lady with the funny hair. I don't know her name.
And you can't keep Captain Larkin because he's gone.
Yeah,
now.
Lorca's gone, and Giorgio. She's not even on the ship. So, who are those other characters?
Oh no, there's no relation.
Where's her? And then in Stamets, that's all the other characters we know.
He's an engineer though. He's an engineering section.
So, name me who's their tactical officer. Is that Michael Burnham? Is she the tactical officer?
She's science officer.
No, she's a science officer.
And tactical.
She does everything.
Suru was the second in command.
Yes.
So who's over? I know the communications. Who's there?
I have no idea.
We don't know. And then
Lady's got to have the little mental, like the tech. Looks like she has like metal pieces in her head.
because she was in that first battle.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But what's her name?
No.
Redhead with funny eyeball, black girl with funny hair, and the robot lady.
Well, maybe
Who belongs in a Daft Punk video?
Yeah, I know. No, that was the other robot lady we only saw in that very first episode.
Yeah,
Remember the one that's kind of like an android?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's it. And then there was like that one random black guy, and I don't know. Again, that's a problem. Like this person who wrote this article starts naming off some of these women. Lieutenant Kayla Demeanor. What? I don't know who the hell that is. But again, and we've watched every episode and done reviews.
So did he just like go through the credits?
Probably.
Okay, that's a female.
He didn't know.
Oh, that's a female.
The thing is, where I've said this before in a podcast, but it rings true. Every other Star Trek show always talks about and shows the storylines, the origins of each cast member on the bridge. You have to, or in the DA9 in the operations station, you have to.
Like when you go watch our Orville reviews, we talk about showcase episodes. And there's no showcase episodes for anybody besides that crew that we talked about.
No, every episode is Michael Burnham. That's a showcase episode for Burnham. She's so amazing.
Tilly, Burnham, Giorgio, and Suru, and then Stamets and Lorca, and what's her face, the original Catherine Giorgio, which is in the Mirror Universe.
Yeah.
So that's it.
So you're talking about 6 people. And now, not to bring it back to Orville.
And 2 of them are gone already.
Yeah, and in Orville, you see so many other side characters. You can name so many more. And
they did it the right way. When they did call attention, he had introductions. You had to meet all of them, so we got to meet them. Perfect.
Yes.
There's Boris. There's Isaac. That's how they do it.
And then you got the guy at the elevator. They got
those little funny side characters.
There's actually guys the voice of Cleveland, which is awesome.
Yeah, and so stuff like that where like, oh, I would know them. Like if I had to go walk on that ship, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's that one guy. I would know no one.
Or when friggin' I can just say, hey, that guy.
Yeah. Hey, it's you.
Yeah, the joke they let on from earlier. That's so funny.
And then when it happens, it just makes you laugh because you remember that he brought it up.
Yeah.
But that comes from a comedy writer who knows how to write comedy. Yeah. But Discovery, just write good stories. And if some characters fall in love and they with lesbian, straight,
Why
or
are we
otherwise,
emphasizing it?
why does it have to be something? It's 2018.
And then by doing that, you actually diminish it.
Yeah,
I
you
think.
diminish it.
You diminish it and feel like, oh, geez, they roll your eyes. That's what happens. Instead of being natural, like, okay, you might not even cared.
I don't know.
It just... Discovery, we have to go in a better direction. Then when I heard you say you're trying to be more like the episodic Star Trek episodes, I'm like, oh, that might be good. And then I hear this, I go, is it really going to be like that, or are they just saying that? So fans will keep their subscriptions for the second season.
Michael Burnham was in a heterosexual relationship with Lieutenant Ash Tyler. Michael Burnham was in a relationship with Ash Tyler. Why do you have to say heterosexual? Why do you have to... Again, we all need to walk around with things written on our head that have... We have to... Remember we fought... Again, I always been... We don't want to be inclusive. Yeah. Everyone has to be put in the little categories. So everyone can be separate.
If you put yourself in the box, it's fine.
Yeah, if you self-segregate, then it's perfectly fine, apparently. Yeah. No! All forms are wrong.
Well, man, anything. Why don't they just say she was an interspecies relationship? That'd have been
because it was a Klingon and a human body.
An interspecies relationship. There you go.
A hetero-interspecies relationship.
Oh God, we'll never forget when she was when she got back, whatever. She's talking with Sarek, her father.
Yeah.
He's giving her a look like, yeah, girl, you got me with that girl.
You nasty girl.
But she's gonna look like, she wanted to say B word. Like, oh my goodness.
Michael, you damn freak.
I know what you did.
The whole Federation knows. He's all getting up in her face. He totally breaks character. How funny.
Sarek just had that look like, my goodness.
Yeah, he freaking death stare at her. Yeah. They're shooting episodes right now. So that's not for a while away, but there's going to be plenty more stories of silliness like this. Because when you get to meet the creators of a TV show, I'm going to ask about the sexuality of every single character. Said only morons.
We don't hear any of these dumb stories come out of Orville. Not one story.
Not one.
And my father might have some opinions I don't agree with, but when it comes to his writing and his stories, he's going to let it overwhelm him.
Yeah, doesn't take over.
No.
Ridiculous. Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, sub, and share. Also, for the most up-to-date information about the podcast, follow us on Twitter at C15 Podcast.